let's go look for fat wood. I already collected some a few days ago, but I want to find some really good, some bigger pieces than this. So we're out here in the woods looking for pine trees. You find the best fat wood on dead, fallen pine trees. It may look rotten, but there's fat wood inside of it. But first I gotta find an area where there's pine trees. The things you will be needing to collect fat wood is a knife. This is the Mora knife here. A handsaw. This is the Silky Boy or something like that. Silky Pocket Boy. It's a funny name. And you will need a hatchet. Small little hatchet. So I found a few pine trees over here. Quite certain this is a pine tree. If you look right here, there's just a bunch of sap. Sometimes it looks wet and it's dry, but sometimes it is wet. And that one too. And if I cut it off, pretty sure I'll get a small piece of fat wood. Usually they're not the greatest, the small ones. Yeah, you see the zoom on this camera is not too well, but it's only around it. I'm trying to look for huge pieces of fat wood. See, I carved off here and you can see that there's nothing, but on the very end of the branch it is almost gold and it's quite sticky. That is fat wood. I'm pretty sure this is a dead pine tree and this is exactly what we're looking for, but sometimes it can be a little too rotten and you won't find nothing, or sometimes there just won't be nothing. Oh yeah, this is a really good piece here. Nice amber color, orange, and it has a really good smell. That's a nice piece. It's not insanely good, but it's a good piece. Another nice piece here. Once you find a good piece, just take off about that much there, because the sap doesn't go all the way up. It just stops around here. See, this side pretty much dead, and then this side has that amber color. These pieces aren't too bad, but there are better pieces out there. So I chopped quite a bit off and it doesn't seem like there's any fat wood inside the log. I could check a little bit further down, but it's a little hard to get to. It's stuck in the ground. These knots have a lot of fat wood in it too. We're gonna check this out. Yeah, this tree is no good. So I started hacking at this pine and I'm starting to smell turpentine. Once you start cutting in the fat wood, you'll smell it right away. It's a good sign that you found fat wood. And I just smelt it, so I'm gonna hack at this wood and see if I can find anything. Holy snap, I just found a really good piece. Check that out. I don't want to get too close because then it gets blurry. But in the sun, this stuff is so concentrated that in the sun, it's transparent. You can shine the sun right through it. This whole piece is fat wood. Wow, this is crazy. This is a really good piece. All right, I'm gonna hack at this more, see if I can find another chunk. Oh, look at that. I'm pretty sure that is fat wood. Yeah, that is fat wood. Sometimes it just rained. Sometimes when wood is wet, kind of gives off this same color and you may think it's fat wood, but I'm pretty certain this is fat wood. We got two pieces so far. Yeah, whatever's stiff, whatever looks dead, but it's still very strong, that's where the resin is. Oh, hold on. I see something right here. Oh, we hit the jackpot. Look at that. I knew I saw something. Found another good chunk. 3 pieces. So we got a good amount of fatwood here. Doesn't look pretty now, but I'm gonna shave it off, process it, and I'm gonna see if it works. I'm gonna use a ferro rod to spark this up. It smells so good. Look at that chunk of fatwood. So you can kind of see that it's almost transparent or translucent. I forget which word it is, but I'm going to scrape some off. It is a little damp outside, but that shouldn't affect fatwood. Fatwood can lighten any conditions. So I'm going to scrape some off with my knife, the end of my knife, and spark it with my ferro rod. Scrape some off. Alright, let's see if this works. Second strike, lights right away. I can smell it too. This is some really good fatwood. Great thing about fatwood is that you can get this wet and it'll still light. It can be winter time, the wood can be all wet. You can throw a little bit of this down, that'll help the fire get started.